In our early exploration of search algorithms, where we have studied uninformed search strategies like BFS, DFS, IDFS, UCS, GBFS, A star. In all those types of algorithms, we have, if you have observed, returned the path, which gives me an optimal returned the optimal path to goal. It is kind of true for my game playing also, because it was trying to give me the move. The move can be thought of as a optimal path to my victory. So what can be the real world applications of these algorithms, or actually I should not say what can be, what are the real world applications which we regularly use is route finding, the core algorithm running behind Google Maps. The people who are from electronics in this class, they must be knowing that there is something called hardware description language, and there are many languages like VHDL and Verilog in which you write descriptions of hardwares, and you write submodules like flip-flops, registers, counters, timers, and then you interconnect them. You write a soft code for describing how to interconnect them. Ultimately you get a bigger circuit performing some task which you require to do within an FPGA or any other programmable gate array type of device. Programmable logic array, PLA, also does programmable logic devices, PLDs in general. So how the interconnect should be done within the FPGA so that the length of the interconnect is minimal. Why do you require the minimal length interconnect? Because the longer the interconnect is, as you know from your electrical and electronics classes, the longer the wire is, it works like an antenna, it takes up crosstalks. So you want minimal length interconnects. Also you want to place the submodules in such a way so that the chip area is minimized. If the chip area is minimized, you will have a more and more compact chip. So VLSI layout is also one very huge area where day to day these things are being used. The third we have already discussed is robot navigation. So on and so forth, and all these applications, there are many more, but what I am saying, that all these applications, they require the ultimate path to the goal. But there are some applications in which the path to the goal is not necessary. Here the goal is kind of known. You want to know what is the easiest way to reach the goal. There are some problems in which the goal state is not known properly. I know some characteristic of the goal state, but I do not know the actual configuration of the goal state. I will give you some examples. Let us take up the examples of 8 queens problem. Many of you may have heard of it, but still I will explain for others. What is 8 queens problem? It's a chess board, 8x8 chess board, and you know how the queen moves. A queen can move any amount of length, front, back, right and left, and also diagonally, right? Queen is a powerful piece in chess. The 8 queens problem says that I want to add 8 queens to my board such that none of the queens are attacking each other. So just look at this 8 queens problem. In the 8 queens problem, I do not know my goal state at all. I know the some characteristic or some property of my goal state. The property is that on this board there will be 8 queens such that none of the queens will be attacking each other. But I do not know how this arrangement will look like or what this arrangement will look like. Also, the second part, what I need to emphasize to you is what is the path. You started with an empty chessboard, of course, and then you may have added one queen here. Then you added one queen, for example, here, in such a way that these two are not attacking. Then a third queen at a place where the first two are not attacking. Then a fourth queen in which two are attacking but two are not attacking, but the third is attacking, so you have to change the entire arrangement. So there are many steps that you have to undergo. Maybe you may have to reconsider or rearrange your prior queens also to ultimately come to a solution. But here the essence of the problem is I do not require what arrangements or rearrangements you had to do to your board to ultimately come to the solution. I require only the solution itself. I require only the end state of the board. So I do not require the path to the goal. Rather, the goal itself is my solution. Only the ultimate solution is important. This is one toy problem. I will give you one real life problem in which these things are applied. Actually, these things are applied in a whole lot of problems. For example, job shop scheduling. What is that? In workshops in which there are lathe machines working and milling machines and drill machines, all of you must have done job shops during the first year of your BTech colleges. So in job shops there are many such machines working, and there are many jobs also being done in parallel. Many jobs require a lathe machine, so there is a resource crunch. Many jobs are competing for the same machine, for the same resource. How to schedule the jobs in such a way such that you use the machines in the most optimal fashion. How to schedule the jobs, which job will go to which machine and when, such that the productivity of your workshop is also not getting reduced and no machine is also remaining idle. That is called job shop scheduling. So ultimately, how you arranged that, how you did your scheduling what is the thinking behind your scheduling? What is this path is the process towards the scheduling. How you process your scheduling is not important to me. What I require at the end of the day, my requirement at the end of the day is a schedule. Give me one smart schedule in which all the machines will be working to its full capacity without overdoing the machines. Also, your workshop will be giving maximum productivity. So this is under some constraints. You have to optimize your resources. Again, one another application is portfolio management. What is portfolio management? Portfolio means financial portfolio. If you are earning, for example, 50,000 rupees a month, how you manage your finances? One part will be going for your monthly investments, monthly expenses. After expending, you have some savings. How do you save? You do one part of the money as recurring deposit, as the other part, some part as a fixed deposit, some into mutual funds, some into infrastructure bond, some into share markets direct. So how you manage your portfolio such that you can maximize your profits, that is called portfolio management. This scheduling type of algorithms are in general all applications of this type of search problems. Searching for this was actually searching for path. This type of algorithms was searching for path. Now we have come to a different class of algorithms in which we are searching for the solution itself. Search for solution. You must have heard of Hubble Space Telescope, which is there in the outer space. The Hubble Space Telescope is a scientific resource that is used by multiple countries for their experiments. Sometimes Indian scientists want to use it for some days, Canadian scientists, Australian scientists, American scientists, French scientists. Everybody wants some share of the Hubble Space Telescope's time to do some experiments of their own. How to schedule? For example, if Indian scientists want to use the infrared imaging sensor of the Hubble Space Telescope, and the French scientists also want to use the same resource, I can schedule the Indian scientists and French scientists together. But if the Iranian scientists are wanting to use some other resource of the Hubble Space Telescope, I cannot schedule them with these other two parties. So how to schedule resources smartly? So is one hell of a job. It's actually very difficult, but it requires to be done on a day-to-day basis. Also, we have to schedule our from the moment we wake up in the morning, we are scheduling our day, where to go, when to go, how much time to spend to achieve optimal output. So when path to goal does not matter at all, we are visiting a different class of algorithms in which we are searching for the solution itself. They are called local search algorithms. We will visit some local search algorithms in the future video lectures. Thank you.